It's Powerback time on the Gutsy Podcast. Each week we bring you 5 minutes of condensed inspiration to reclaim the courage and momentum you've given away. You've got big things to do, so let's get your power back. On this week's Powerback, we're talking about a little subject that I created that is dear to my heart and one of my favorite things to talk about, which is the concept of No Bra Sunday. Now, the name alone very quickly gets your attention because you're like, wait a second, what are we talking about here? Well, just to clarify, we're going to talk a little bit about the loose concept of what people refer to as work-life balance. And this is one of the small ways that I have infused a little bit more balance in my life. So basically, every Sunday, I would just kind of lounge around my house. Sweatpants, t-shirt, baggy sweatshirt, no bra, and just either watch movies or catch up on things around the house. And basically, I just kind of became a hermit on Sundays. It didn't take very long for some of my friends and family to kind of catch on to this concept. Like, hey, it's Sunday. Laura's probably not going to leave the house. In fact, it became so prominent that a couple of years ago, I was judging an event, and it happened to be on a Sunday. And I remember showing up and like 3 different people coming up to me and whispering like, hey, do you know it's Sunday? Like, first of all, you're out of the house. Second of all, are you wearing a bra? I just found this so ridiculously funny. First of all, that people associate me with not leaving my house on Sundays, but also that they would be so bold to ask me if I was wearing a bra. And the answer to that is, yeah, when I'm leaving the house, I kind of need to take care of that shit. The reason I hold my Sundays so very sacred to me is because the rest of the week, life is busy. During the day, during the week, I'm running my business and leading my team and building connections. Sometimes the evenings are full of different types of events or speaking engagements. Saturdays are typically a family day where we're doing something or running errands or taking care of things around our home. There's not always a lot of time built in for me to do things that fill my tank. Now, I'm pretty diligent about a few things. Like every month I get a massage, I ride my Peloton to take care of my body. And these are all glorious things, but sometimes all you really need is just simple downtime. While I protect a day, you may protect an hour. The cool thing about this entire concept is it's not the same for everyone, and nor should it be. No Bra Sunday to me is the day that I invest in myself by doing whatever it is I feel like I want to do. Sometimes that involves lounging around the house. Sometimes that's being outside. Sometimes that's actually leaving, yes, but you can bet that if I'm out on a Sunday, I really, really want to be there. Whatever it is that I am doing on a Sunday is carefully thought about and is only happening if I want to do it. Now, are there Sundays where there are things that I have to do comes up? Absolutely. I mean, we're humans and this is life. But our entire week is full of things that we have to do. Which is why this week, I want you to take your power back by holding a certain amount of time in your schedule sacred for you. This could be an hour. It could be an afternoon. It might be an entire day. Whatever the time frame is irrelevant. The point is to block out this time on a regular basis. Because what happens is we work ourselves to death. We get strung out and overwhelmed and nervous and just tired, just simply tired. And then we realize we have to take care of ourselves, and then we'll batch take care of ourselves for a couple of days, and then we get right back into that regular routine. Instead of repeating that cycle, if you are willing to build in a little bit of self-care time every single week, you're going to be able to maintain the things that come at you a lot easier. Look, your days are full of to-dos. You're running till you don't have energy anymore. You're saying yes way too frequently. You're trying to please other people, and you're not taking the time to fill your own tank. Why? Because that's associated with greed. I'm going to call total bullshit on that, by the way. Because since when did it become a negative thing to take care of yourself? Since when did it become a negative thing to invest in your mind or your body? That massage that I get every month, I hold that like insanely sacred. And is that selfish? Like, do you look at me and think, well, that's a selfish thing to do? No, you think, wow, I really should do that more often for myself. To continue giving back and continue being and doing the rock star things that you do on a regular basis, you have to be able to have the energy to do those things. Now, I know slowing down isn't always the easiest thing, but I hope that this week that you'll consider taking a little bit more time for yourself. For no other reason than you need to. Your mind needs it, your body needs it, and the people that rely on you need you to do that too. You can bet that you can find me at my house, on my couch, on any given Sunday, celebrating the beauty of what No Bra Sunday puts back into my tank. Join me next week on the Gutsy Podcast as we talk about a topic that kind of makes people cringe a little bit, and that's imposter syndrome. This is the concept that I'm doing something and I don't feel qualified to do it, and at any given moment, someone's going to break down the door and figure it out. People are going to figure out that I'm a fake. Whew, haven't we all been there? Until then, follow the Gutsy Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and for more business insights, follow me on Instagram at @LauraOra. See you next time.